Hello and welcome to another EG Recap. I'm Jack Lindsay, and you guys voted on a 45-degree angle last time, so that's what we're going with. And the mic is right in front of my face, so you better be able to hear me. You better be able to hear every word. It's supposed to be a decent mic. In any case, I've got 4 stories for you today. Up first, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord gets an official early access date. After that, Oddworld's Soulstorm will be an Epic exclusive. Then, from Mr. Irwin, Gamescom 2019, Streets of Rage 4 with the cherry on top. And another from him, Gamescom 2019, Iron Harvest emerges from the shadows. Now, I know a lot of you are excited for this first bit of news, and I know this because of the reactions I've seen from you from previous times I've written about Mountain Blade 2 or included it in a recap. This is apparently a very beloved franchise, and one that's been in development for 7 years now and hasn't managed to leave the alpha phase. But all that's changing now as Bannerlord gets its official early access release date in March of next year. But hey, you guys have been waiting since 2012, you can wait 7 more months. If you want to be notified the moment this early access becomes available, you can wishlist Bannerlord through Steam. If you want to keep closer tabs on its development and see these updates the second they happen, you should check out the official Mountain Blade Facebook, Twitter, and official website, all of which I've included links to in the article below. And you can rest assured that Exclusively Games will cover any major updates for the game as they come. Also, if you didn't catch my previous coverage of Mountain Blade 2, I've got an article linking to a 20-minute gameplay trailer that itself is linked to in the article that I've linked below. Now, one thing I've been wondering about this announcement is this reaction that I keep seeing from fans of the game. There seems to be a significant portion of people who suspect that Bannerlord coming out of alpha and going into early access reeks of Epic Store money. Now, I'm curious to know why. Why do they suspect that? Do you guys suspect that? I've looked around but found no evidence that this is the case. But the Sweeney is always lurking, always just around the corner, waiting. Which brings us to our next story. Oddworld's Soulstorm will be an Epic exclusive. Ah man, I felt this one. I remember playing Abe's Odyssey back when I was 10 years old, and the ceiling to my room was covered in all these glow-in-the-dark stars and planets and moons. And sometimes when I was lying awake at night and watching them and thinking about what might be out there, I would actually chant like Abe did from the game to open the bird portals. Just cause you never know, it might have worked. It's footage from Abe's Odyssey I've got running while I talk here to pay homage to it. And if you've never checked it out, I would highly recommend it. It's a fairly unique action platformer, and it was really well received. But back in today's time, Oddworld inhabitants are the latest in a long line of developers to be whisked away by the venerable Mr. Sweeney and his tantalizing checkbook. To their credit though, these developers have neither attacked their fans nor sung the praises of the Epic Store, as in the case of the developers of Ooblets. Instead, they released the following statement through Twitter. I would like to address the entire Oddworld community, old and new. You have supported us in our artistic vision for years, and we thank you. Oddworld Soulstorm will be coming to PC via the Epic Games Store. The PC and console versions of the game will have simultaneous release in 2020. What I would like to do is provide you with the reasoning that went into bringing the PC version of Soulstorm to the Epic Games Store as an exclusive, because you deserve to know. We've been financing Soulstorm 100% ourselves. Soulstorm is our most ambitious game ever, and we're committed to creating a great game that meets the highest level of quality. But to create the version of Soulstorm we want, and you deserve, we need additional financial assistance. Ambition is important, and it pushes me to try to overachieve. What pushes me even more is my commitment to you. You deserve great games. As an indie publisher, we must evaluate partnerships that help us achieve our goals while protecting our vision of Soulstorm and the Quintology. Epic supports our goal and commitment, and is willing to help us achieve them by providing us with an advance on our PC sales, and we are incredibly grateful. Thank you for reading. So, I mean, that's really straightforward. They were just strapped for cash. I mean, that's the reality that any non-AAA developer faces when making a game. I've had the opportunity through Exclusively Games to talk to a lot of developers, and every single one of them is scrounging for funding. That's the key. That's the magical key to the gate of being able to make a game. It's not going to happen without money. What's weird to me, though, is why couldn't these guys raise the money? I mean, he mentioned a Quintology in that tweet. All the games were well received. Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus, Munch's Odyssey, Stranger's Wrath. You'd think people would be tripping over themselves to fund another Oddworld game. Now, of course, if you're going to play this on console, none of this means anything to you. So to try to help you understand, rather than go through the issues myself that PC players have with the Epic Store, I call upon ye who are watching. Break it down for me in the comments. Assume the person listening has no idea what the Epic Store is, who Tim Sweeney is, what he's doing, why he's doing it. Just give a concise rundown of why this is a contentious issue. Because every time I cover a story like this, there's a group of console-exclusive players who write and say, who cares? Why does this matter? How does this affect me? And it won't affect you, console players. But it truly does have an effect on PC players. And look to the comments below to find out why. Story number 3 from Mr. Irwin, Gamescom 2019, Iron Harvest emerges from shadows. Iron Harvest is a real-time strategy game that has been something of an enigma. From time to time, it's popped up with just a crumb of new information. Teasers, screenshots, the faintest look behind the scenes, and things of that nature. Otherwise, it's a game that's largely been cloaked in shadows. That is, of course, until Gamescom 2019, when a new trailer stomped out into view bringing all its dieselpunk glory along with it. Iron Harvest was first seen on Kickstarter with a goal of $450,000 for the base game and campaigns, and several stretch goals. The project raised over $1,200,000 over the duration of the Kickstarter campaign, reaching nearly every goal they had except the final stretch goal of $1,500,000, which was going to unlock a free DLC campaign. It was then revealed earlier this month that publisher Deep Silver had picked up the game in an announcement on the Iron Harvest official site that reads, "Over a dozen publishers have voiced interest in publishing Iron Harvest. We spoke to everyone and entered negotiations with a handful. In the end, we've partnered with the publisher we think is the perfect fit, Deep Silver. Deep Silver are mostly known for publishing the Metro, Saints Row, and Dead Island series. They've also proven that they can support crowdfunded games with such hits as Kingdom Come Deliverance, Wasteland 2, and Pathfinder Kingmaker. We agree with Deep Silver that King Art will retain total creative control. Deep Silver have also committed themselves to help with things like production and first-party relations, so we can concentrate to fulfill all of our promises towards you. With their support, more content, potentially more platforms, and even a level editor are now on the horizon. We both agree that Iron Harvest is a great opportunity to make a mark on the RTS genre and to release something special. We're super happy to have found a team that is so committed to the project." This is gonna be an Epic exclusive, isn't it? Maybe not. Mr. Irwin continues. If this is the first time you're hearing of Iron Harvest, it's important to set the stage. Imagine an early 1900s, much different from the one of our timeline. Imagine technological advances far outpacing what we actually experienced, where we're not looking at tanks taking the battlefield along infantry, we're looking at hulking machines of various sizes and uses. We're seeing men rally in the shadows of literal iron giants, rallied by the strength of the machine to throw themselves into the meat grinders of battle again and again and again. Imagine that so soon after the end of World War I, a shadow of war is being fought for the very soul of Europe. Sounds bleak, right? But it also shows the potential to be an incredible RTS experience. But yeah, it does sound kind of neat. Iron Harvest will be declaring war on PC on November 1st of 2020, and currently has store pages on Steam and GOG, which are linked in the article that I have linked below. And up last, I read these things out of order. It doesn't matter. Another one from Mr. Irwin, Gamescom 2019, Streets of Rage 4 with a cherry on top. Streets of Rage 4 made an appearance at Gamescom 2019, rolling out the red carpet for a new addition to fight alongside series veterans Blaze Fielding and Axel Stone. Cherry Hunter, daughter of none other than Axel Hunter from the first Streets of Rage, has joined the fight. Like father, like daughter, Cherry is here to bust some heads and take some names. Let's just hope Cherry has better luck in the series than Adam, considering her father ceased being a playable character after the first game and fell into the role of a side character. Cherry may be a series newcomer, but she doesn't look like a slouch by any means. With training from both Adam and Axel, along with her own bag of tricks, such as smacking people upside the head with a guitar, she's in it to win it no matter what sort of evildoers head her way. Along with her character reveal came her official background, which reads, "Trained by her father and Axel, Cherry learned self-defense from a young age. Her interest in following in her father's footsteps and becoming a cop soon faded out. Replaced by her love of music. Nowadays, she plays with her electro-progressive rock band in some of the most dangerous places in Wood Oak City. She may look young, but make no mistake, she's a seasoned veteran of kicking... can I say that on YouTube? Kicking booty and taking names. What are the rules? What are the rules? I know YouTube is like on a hair trigger to demonetize people. Mr. Irwin continues. With the creativity put into Cherry, we can only wonder what sort of tricks the yet unrevealed fighter will have to apply to some street brawling mayhem. In addition to the reveal of Cherry Hunter, 7 minutes of gameplay were also rolled out that show Axel and Cherry fighting side by side. Axel's moves are as brutal as ever. Axel's moves are as brutal as ever, complementing the mixed fighting style of Cherry. Axel's moves are as brutal as ever, complementing the mixed fighting style of Cherry rather nicely. Did you guys like that? That's a little behind the scenes preview of what I sound like when I'm not edited. Like, when I sit down in front of this mic, I don't know what the English language is anymore. I can't do it like Jeremy does. If you were to listen to an EG recap that was fully unedited, you would be mortified. But anyway, back to the article. You can really see elements of Adam and Axel shine through her moveset, including Axel's infamous uppercut. Streets of Rage will be released on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox One, and PC platforms at a yet unknown date. You can follow the game on social media at the Streets of Rage 4 Facebook page. And of course, that's linked in the article below, and so are the 7 minutes of gameplay, so be sure to check it out. Every one of the articles I covered here has more useful stuff in the article itself. So click them, feed us those clicks. And feed us those likes, and those subscribes, and those shares, so we can become morbidly obese. In this analogy, that represents success. Let me know how the mic quality went this time. Hopefully it was absolutely perfect. And if not, I'll just burn my own house to the ground or something. Until next time.